All Kony 2012 content expressed in this video is copyright of Invisible Children Incorporated. Music content is copyright of Swedish House Mafia and Yuruma. We agree that this video is in full compliance with Republic Act No. 8293, which constitutes a fair use agreement from the rightful copyright owners, Invisible Children Incorporated, Swedish House Mafia, and Yuruma. For any of those wishing to distribute our video online, kindly acknowledge us, the Awesome Group, as the original creators of this video, Invisible Children Incorporated for the video, Swedish House Mafia, and Yuruma for the music. Failure to give due credit will result in an immediate deletion of our plagiarized video.
Kony.
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 Do you know Kony?
No.
Do you know Kony?
No.
Do you know Kony?
No.
Do you know Kony?
Yes, Kony 2012 in YouTube. I watch it.
What is it about?
It's about the dictatorship of Kony, who's a dictator from Uganda, and he is trying to kidnap and force children and making his own army of children in order to create war in Uganda.
Do you know Kony?
What? They say I'm a Konyo?
Hi, do you know Joseph Kony?
No.
How about the movie Kony 2012?
No.
Hi, do you know Kony, Joseph Kony?
Are you saying I'm corny? Excuse me.
Hi, do you know Kony?
Kony? Ice cream Kony?
No, Kony 2012.
Hey bro, do you know Kony, Joseph Kony?
Hi, do you know Kony?
Yes, the viral YouTube video. Viral.
Hi, do you know Kony? Do you know Joseph Kony?
No.
So what or who is this Kony? How come all those people we interviewed a while ago, how come they all didn't know him? So, question to ask now, who is Joseph Kony?
Jacob.
Who's Jacob?
Jacob is our friend in Africa.
It's been almost 10 years since Jacob and I became friends.
It's okay, they're nice. They're different than sharks.
But when my friends and I first met him in Uganda, in Central Africa, it was in very different circumstances. He was running for his life.
You go to school here.
Yes,
Yes, that's how you know English so well.
I know.
Yeah. How many nights have you stayed here?
Hello. You are making our work look very, very difficult. You stop that now.
The night I first met Jacob, he told me what he and other children in northern Uganda were living through.
We worried the rebel when they raise us again, then they will kill us. My brother tried to escape, then they kill using panga. They cut his neck.
Did you see it?
I saw.
We fear that if we sleep at our home, we can be abducted by the rebels because our home is far away from town.
They will catch us, then they take us there in the bush. So come here to save our life.
This is surreal.
Cannot believe it.
This has been going on for years.
If that happened one night in America, it would be on the cover of Newsweek.
Yet.
So it is better when you kill us. And if possible, you can kill us, you kill us. For us, we don't want now to stay. Because
You don't want to stay on Earth.
we are only two, no one taking care of us. We are not going to school. So
You would rather die than stay on Earth.
Yes.
Even now.
Even now. Are we going to stay in our future?
He told me more about his brother and what he would say to him if he were still alive.
I love you, but now I miss you. So it is better when we meet. We are going, even if we are not going to meet, but we may meet in heaven, you see. So it is better. I will not talk much. I will start something. Because if I saw my brother once again, I don't.
Over the past 9 years, I have fought to fulfill it. And the fight has led me here, to this movie you're watching. Because that promise is not just about Jacob or me. It's also about you. And this year, 2012, is the year that we can finally fulfill it. And if we succeed, we change the course of human history. But time is running out. To level with you, this movie expires on December 31st, 2012. And its only purpose is to stop the rebel group, the LRA, and their leader, Joseph Kony. And I'm about to tell you exactly how we're going to do it. That's what we're doing. So Gav, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you some questions,
Okay.
and you can just look at me and answer the questions to me.
I'm kind of nervous.
What do I do for a job?
I stop the bad guys from being mean.
Who are the bad guys? Do you know where
Star Wars people.
Star Wars people?
Yeah.
Those are the bad guys?
Yeah.
Can I tell you the bad guy's name?
Yeah.
This is the guy, Joseph Kony.
You're the bad guy?
Yeah. Who's this?
Jacob.
Joseph Kony, he has an army, okay? And what he does is he takes children from their parents and he gives them a gun to shoot and he makes them shoot and kill other people.
But they're not going to do what he says because they're nice guys, right?
Yeah, they don't want to do what he says, but he forces them to do bad things. What do you think about that?
Sad.
For 26 years, Kony has been kidnapping children into his rebel group, the LRA. Turning the girls into sex slaves. And the boys into child soldiers. He makes them mutilate people's faces. And he forces them to kill their own parents. And this is not just a few children. It's been over 30,000 of them. And Jacob was one of those children. As if Kony's crimes aren't bad enough, he is not fighting for any cause, but only to maintain his power. He is not supported by anyone, and he has repeatedly used peace talks to rearm and murder again and again.
Kony, different times, proposed peace and then just regain strength and attack.
This is the head prosecutor for the International Criminal Court. In 2002, when the court was started, their job was to find and demand the arrest of the world's worst criminals. Although there are a lot of warlords, murderers, and dictators in the world, the perversity of Kony's crimes made him first on the court's list.
Kony.
What do you think we should do about it?
We should stop him.
Authorized a small number of U.S. forces to deploy to Central Africa to provide assistance to regional forces that are working toward the removal of Joseph Kony from the battlefield. Sincerely, Barack Obama. After 8 years of work, the government finally heard us. And in October of 2011, 100 American advisors were sent into Central Africa to assist the Ugandan army in arresting Kony and stopping the LRA. It was the first time in history that the United States took that kind of action because the people demanded it. Not for self-defense, but because it was right. It's hard to look back on some parts of human history, because when we heard about injustice, we cared, but we didn't know what to do. Too often, we did nothing. But if we're going to change that, we have to start somewhere. So we're starting here with Joseph Kony, because now we know what to do. Here it is. Ready? In order for Kony to be arrested this year, the Ugandan military has to find him. In order to find him, they need the technology and training to track him in the vast jungle. That's where the American advisors come in. But in order for the American advisors to be there, the US government has to deploy them. They've done that, but if the government doesn't believe the people care about arresting Kony, the mission will be canceled. In order for the people to care, they have to know, and they will only know if Kony's name is everywhere. This is the dream. Kony arrested for all the world to see, and the abducted children returned home. Creating 20 culture makers and 12 policymakers to use their power for good. Let's start with the 20 culture makers. Celebrities, athletes, and billionaires have a loud voice, and what they talk about spreads instantly.
I'd like indicted war criminals to enjoy the same level of celebrity as me. That seems fair. That's our objective, is to just shine a light on it.
If our goal is to get Kony's name known, the known should join us. We are targeting 20 of the most diverse and influential culture makers to speak out about Kony and make him famous.
Oprah,
Mark Zuckerberg,
Ryan Seacrest,
Bono.
Then we're going after policymakers, the ones that have the authority to see Kony captured. They decide if the advisors stay or leave. So we need to remind them that in this election year of fighting and name-calling, no matter what side you're on, this is something we can all agree on. It's always been that the decisions made by the few, with the money and the power, dictated the priorities of their government and the stories in the media. They determine the lives and the opportunities of their citizens. But now there is something bigger than that. The people of the world see each other and can protect each other. It's turning the system upside down, and it changes everything. We have reached a crucial time in history where what we do or don't do right now will affect every generation to come. Arresting Joseph Kony will prove that the world we live in has new rules, that the technology that has brought our planet together is allowing us to respond to the problems of our friends.
When it ends finally by bringing Kony justice, it should be celebrated like worldwide.
We are not just studying human history, we are shaping it.
There was a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall. I hear the songs from the places where I was born. Upon a hill across the blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. There was a time I